Today, we're going to journey right into the heart of Filipino folklore. We're here to talk about one of its most feared, but also one of its most misunderstood, figures. So let's just start with this. Picture yourself here. It's late, it's quiet. What do? It's a feeling we all know, right? That little prickle of fear on the back of your neck when you're in the dark. It's almost always fueled by stories. Stories we've heard our entire lives. And in the Philippines, there's one name that often whispers in the dark on those nighttime walks, the Aswang. Now the stories, they are absolutely terrifying. The Aswang is a shapeshifter. During the day, it could be anyone, your neighbor, someone you see at the market, but at night it transforms. It could become a dog, a pig, a giant bat, and it hunts. It preys on the vulnerable, especially pregnant women. The legends say it uses a long proboscis-like tongue to feed on unborn fetuses. It's also said to feast on the hearts and livers of its victims. And get this, sometimes it replaces the body with a banana trunk to trick everyone. It's pure nightmare fuel. So how in the world do you fight something like that? Well, like any great monster story, there are ways. Folklore has a whole defense guide. Simple things like garlic and salt are said to repel them. Holy water and blessed objects, of course. But if you really have to fight, a whip made from a stingray's tail is supposedly one of the most painful things for an aswang, and a bolo, a type of machete, is what you'd need for that final confrontation. But here's where the story takes a turn. What if the aswang isn't just some monster lurking out there in the dark? What if it represents a danger that's much, much closer to home? You know, there's an old Filipino proverb that goes, "An aswang is better than a thief." And that should make you stop and think, right? Why? How could a monster that eats babies possibly be considered better than a simple thief? Well, the answer to that question takes us way, way back to a time before the Spanish ever set foot in the Philippines. See, before colonization, many communities were centered around the Babylon. These were incredibly powerful women. They were spiritual leaders, they were healers, they were the keepers of knowledge, and, this is key, they were the midwives who brought new life into the world. They were respected, they were revered, they were the heart of society. So when Spanish colonizers arrived in the 16th century, they saw the Babaylan's influence as a major threat to their power. You can't control a population that looks to these wise women for guidance, so they began a campaign to destroy them. They demonized them. They twisted their healing practices into witchcraft. Their sacred rituals became devil worship. And the midwife, the protector of mothers and babies, was horrifically turned into the very monster that preys on them. The Babaylan was reshaped into the aswang. And suddenly, that proverb makes a whole lot of sense. The predator wasn't some creature from the forest anymore. It was an idea that turned neighbor against neighbor. And a aswang, you know what it is. You know what it wants. But a thief, a human from your own community who betrays you, that's a different kind of monster, a far more unpredictable one. And this story, this deep sense of loss and transformation tied to a powerful female figure, it's not just a Filipino story. It's a theme that you can hear echoing all over the world. If you travel across the globe to the folklore of the Indian Caribbean, for instance, you'll meet the Churel. She's the spirit of a woman who died in childbirth. Now, the details are different, but the core, that shared heart of the story, is the same. It's a spirit born from the profound tragedy and grief of a woman's life cut short, of motherhood lost. This isn't about which one is scarier. It's about seeing this shared human pain expressed through folklore. And these stories are often so deeply personal. Take the legend of Maria Labo. It's a heartbreaking tale of a mother who, after being cursed, loses her mind and does the unthinkable to her own children. Her story doesn't start with her being a monster. It starts with the complete and tragic loss of her family, her sanity, her very self. That's why these legends have so much power. They tap into our deepest fears about losing everything we love. Almost every culture has a version of this kind of spirit, a story to help process these huge, overwhelming griefs. What's the local legend where you're from? You should totally comment below, because you might just find out that your hometown ghost has a long-lost cousin on the other side of the planet. Okay, so if these stories are so rooted in this deep history and this real sadness, why are they now exploding in modern Filipino pop culture? Well, comic creator Mervin Malonzo really hits the nail on the head here. He says people are searching for a lost part of their identity. It's not just about getting scared, it's about reclamation. It's about reaching back and finding something that is uniquely, truly Filipino. So the aswang has been on this incredible journey, hasn't it? It started as ancient folklore, a way to make sense of the world. Then it was twisted into a colonial demon, a weapon used against its own people. And now it's being reborn as a national icon, a symbol that Filipinos are using to explore their own history, their identity, and even their anxieties today. And this icon is showing up everywhere. In the amazing comic and series Trace, Aswangs are part of this gritty supernatural underworld in Manila. In Tabi Po, we actually get the origin story from the monster's point of view. And in Myth Space, they even take Filipino folklore to outer space. It just shows how rich and adaptable these stories really are. So you see, in the end, the Aswang is so much more than just a scary monster. These spirits are like living archives of history. They hold a culture's collective fears, its deepest traumas, but they also hold the memory of its powerful women. And maybe most importantly, they hold the story of a culture's resilience, a refusal to let its true history be forgotten. That's really the magic of folklore, isn't it? It's never just a story from the past. It's a living thing. If you love stories like this, stories that go deeper than just the jump scare, go ahead and save this explainer for later. We've spent our time in the Philippines today, but we'd love for you to tell us where we should go next. Let us know in the comments what country's myths you want us to explore. So I'll leave you with this thought. The Aswang was a healer that was turned into a monster. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What parts of our own history, our own culture, have we twisted into monsters? Just because it's easier to fear them than to truly understand them. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.